helping us retirement, and we're theirs. And they think. Because if you don't know what you're investing in, and you don't know who's investing in, and you don't know the fees that you're paying, friends, you are not the investor. You are the product. And they don't want you thinking about just that 2%. Because don't we know that the greatest trick that the devil ever played is convincing the world it doesn't exist? They don't want you thinking about this as a problem until it's too late. You know what that reminds me of when I think about this, folks trapped in the system? It's biblical. I told you in seminary. It's the story of the Israelites in the book of Exodus. Think about it. Working day in and day out, working their hands to the bone, making bricks without straw, with a future that is not their own, with no opportunity in sight, making Pharaoh richer because they're part of the system. And this is what I love about the Bible. This is what John taught me. But God showed up, right? He uses Moses. He says, I'm going to take you out from underneath the yoke of the Egyptians. You are my people. I'm going to take you to your own land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And that was one of the most groundbreaking, sea-parting moments in history. But here's the hard part about that. Some people stayed behind. Some people never left. Because it's one thing for God to take his people out of Egypt. It's another thing to take Egypt out of the people. And we're stuck in a system for so long, and we wouldn't even know what to say, do, or ask. And that's the other four-letter F word that gets used against us. It's fear. Doesn't the Bible say, fear not? And yet we have this fear, experience this fear, because we don't have any knowledge and even know what to ask or challenge. Guys, is there risk in the market? Yes, there is risk in the market. But the risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. I have a 14-year-old son. He is excited to drive. I'm excited to have him drive. But I'm not just going to throw him the keys and say, good luck, figure it out. Is there risk? Of course. I'm going to make sure he gets educated. I'm going to make sure he practices. It's the same for us, because when I talk to students about this, and I ask so many of them, hey, who was your first teacher when it came to finance? You know what they all say? You are. And if you're sitting here today and you haven't received that same type of financial education, here's what I want to tell you. It's not your fault. We heard from the Venoms that the churches don't teach this. We certainly know that the schools don't teach this. Speaking of which, go back with me for a second. Back to high school. Think about yourself in high school. You're probably embarrassed by the clothes you're wearing, maybe the hairstyle you have. You have your list of electives. Workshop, right? Wood shop, home ec. Then there's a class there that says how to invest in the market so you never have to work for anybody else again. How many of you guys are going to circle that class right there? Raise your hand. Yeah, me too. I took you. We're not educated. We don't know. And as a result, we just give it away for somebody else to do. We have to answer this question for ourselves. What's the problem? Is it a lack of opportunity in the market? Or is it a lack of education? The market is a lack of opportunities, going up 11.6% per year. It's doubled in the last 5. Or is it a lack of education? I want your answer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Education. I agree. My mentors agree. Right? We're here at LifeSearch. This is why someone has to step into this gap. Make sure that people of God are educated. We create a 3-day class to make sure you can get this education. I'm going to talk about that later. But my mentors thought my education was essential. They sent me to a class. 2-day class cost $2,000, and it changed my life. And it's important. In fact, states are even seeing this. The state of Florida, where I live, has passed this law that all high school students must go through a financial literacy course before they ever graduate. Yeah? Friends, yeah, this isn't Florida. What about you, in your house, your kids? Who's going to teach them? And frankly, while I'm glad I have this in my state, I would rather be the one teaching my kids this. Because what I learned in professional basketball and in the markets is this: you don't rise to your potential. You fall to your level of preparation. Come on, somebody. You don't rise to your potential. You fall to your level of preparation. And the reason I smile when I teach this, the reason I love doing it and spending time with my family to help and teach you all, is because I have seen the lives and the stories of your brothers and sisters who have taken their education seriously, who have decided to get that education and take action. And I've been front row witness to what's happened in their lives. One of those students is a guy named Austin, right? Austin was from the Pacific Northwest. He was a carpenter, never went to college, part of the Carpenters Union. The union sent him to his job and said, hey, do your job, be done, go home, right? Just take the money you make and be happy. He said, no, I want more. I want more for my family and for me, and I want to be able to leave a legacy. And so Austin, with his desire, got knowledge and took action. And it took him some energy, but he learned. And this past fall, we were trading Tesla together. In fact, we were trading options on Tesla because I'm an options trader. And I'll tell you more about that later. But he sends me this message in December. He says, Ben, I mean, it was $2 million on Tesla. Now, I'm not saying that to you guys and saying you're going to make $2 million, but I'm telling you about Austin's story that by the end of 2024, he was up $2.4 million in his account. Average everyday guy. Never went to college. But I don't tell you this story about Austin because of money. I tell you the story because in February of 25, Austin died in a head-on car accident. Time is a